Sand is created through a weathering process, be it wind, rain, a freezing thawing cycle, all turning rocks and minerals into smaller grains. Sand at the 2010 PGA Championship created something of its own, chaos. With that substance beneath his ball and holding a one-shot lead at the 72nd hole, Dustin Johnson played, then paid a huge price.
The second shot up there was in one of those bunkers that was outside the rope area. Now, this is something that got a little tricky about how do you play these lies and all these bunkers all over the golf course.
This is where we think he grounded it there, and you see, like every player, you kind of then move the blade behind the ball before you start your swing.
Now the ruling has just come in. 2-shot penalty.
Wow. I have to say, Jim, under the circumstances of the whole commotion of that, I think any of us could have made that mistake.
Thousands of people standing, you know, on that hill up there, and you know, there's Gatorade bottles, beer cans, cups, I mean, trash, everything sitting all around my ball. And you know, I get up there and I never once think that I'm in a bunker. You know, I never even thought I was in sand, so it wasn't. It just, to me, it looked like it was dirt.
What Dustin Johnson failed to comprehend in the heat of the moment was that Whistling Straits, in an effort to serve as a unique setup, had bunkers everywhere, over 1,000 of them. And players were reminded of this with a notice posted here in the locker room, essentially reading that all bunkers or hazards were to be played as hazards, including those outside the ropes, whether they had footprints, tire tracks, heel marks, whatever. No relief, play it as it lies. In short, be aware.
There's kind of an array of emotions, I guess, that go through. A little bit of disappointment, a little frustration, and maybe some anger. It's kind of a silly mistake to make.
It was a shame. It was really a shame that you play all week long, you play great golf, and then something like this happened to you on 18. It did feel still good to win the golf tournament for me, but there's something, you know, what would have been if he would have been in the playoff too? But would have been still the winner or not?
Johnson's snafu is the lasting image of the 2010 event, overshadowing a clutch performance from then 25-year-old Martin Kaymer, who rose to the occasion, holing a 15-footer on 18 in regulation to join Bubba Watson in extra holes. Bubba's troubles on 18 in the playoff allowed the German to two-putt for bogey and claim the 92nd PGA Championship. For Kaymer, it began a series of big-stage performances, like capping a dazzling final day comeback for Europe with this clincher at the 2012 Ryder Cup, a thrilling win at the 2014 Players Championship, backed up by his masterpiece 8-stroke U.S. Open victory at Pinehurst.
I do believe that you can learn to a certain extent how to win. Some people say they will go at it, they say it, but they have a little bit of hesitation. And we all know that, we all know that feeling. And I think you can only do great things if you let go.
Now we're having lots of fun.
Letting go is what Bubba Watson is all about. His 2010 version at Whistling Straits was just beginning to find a path to victory, hitting booming tee balls and showing a fearless side that eventually caught up with him in the playoff.
Gives it a big rip.
He guessed wrong, and now its advantage came.
Right into 7 Mile Creek.
I thought I hit a great shot, so I was surprised, as everybody else, that it came up that far short. My life could be different if I would have won that week, but at the same time, I took a lot of positives from that. Finishing second helped me make the Ryder Cup, and it pushed me forward to today.
Since his last appearance here, Bubba has won 7 times, including the 2012 and 2014 Masters, and is a perfect 5-0 in playoffs. He has also moved into the realm of celebrities and athletes who can be identified by a single name.
I sit back sometimes when I see the trophies, and I think about how amazing my life has been. I'm in a great spot. I've won 8 times. My goal was to win 10. So if I win 2 more times, then I'm better than I'd ever thought I could be.
Which leads us back to the Dustin Johnson experience. Johnson in majors is like the villain in a James Bond film. Interesting and dangerous, yet ultimately defeated. This year, the 3-putt at the last at Chambers Bay, the 75-75 finish at St. Andrews. There is no telling what's next.
The way I look at it is the more times I put myself in the situation, you know, the better chance I'm going to have to win. And, you know, I promise if I keep having a chance to win, eventually one time I will win.